Toby's Tales, Book 1, written and narrated by Susan Keefe. Chapter 1, About Me. Hello, my name is Toby, and I'm looking forward to sharing my adventures with you and introducing you to all my friends, both on the small holding where I live and in the countryside around me. This is the first book in the Toby's Tales series of children's books, so let's start at the beginning. Well, I was born on Boxing Day on a farm in Normandy, France, although my family originally came from England. I have a brother and sister, and we love snuggling up to Mum because her body and fur keep us warm and we feel safe. We haven't met our dad yet because he lives in another part of the house. Through the glass door we can see that outside the world is white, but our Mum explains that it isn't normally this colour. This is winter and what we are seeing is snow. We're not worried about what's happening outside though, because we are so young we just want to enjoy being together. Our mother explains that we are a special breed of dog called Border Collies, and that Border Collies originally came from the borders between England and Scotland. We were specially bred and trained to herd all sorts of livestock, and became so popular that now we are used as herd dogs all over the world. At first we are happy to explore near our mum, but as we get older we become more curious about the world outside our door. The first morning we are allowed outside, we discover that the snow has gone, but the ground under our paws is still white, hard, cold, and it sparkles. This is frost, our mum explains. We venture out timidly at first, but when we discover it's slippery, we slide all over the place, even into each other. We don't even notice when the frost disappears and turns to slimy stuff. What fun we are having! Our paws are covered in mud. We play on and on until exhausted we run indoors, collapse in a big heap and sleep. When we wake up, our feet are grey and it's difficult to walk because our legs are so stiff. You dirty tykes, Mum laughs. Time you learnt to lick yourselves clean, and she demonstrates how to do it. I'm a little disappointed. I enjoy my mum licking me, and I always thought she did it for fun. But she explains that cleanliness is important for all animals. Well, you should see what fun we had. I tried to wash my back, but all of a sudden I lost balance and did a somersault. And then I looked across the room and saw my brother leaning over too far, and I laughed as he wedged himself against a wall. After a little while, Mum comes over and cleans the bits we've missed. I think it's going to take a lot of practice before we get as good as she is. The next day, we finally meet our dad when he comes in to say hello. We are getting big now, and he tells Mum she has done a great job bringing us up. Good-naturedly, he lets my brother tug on his tail for a bit. But then, after a while, he growls gently and says, "Enough is enough. It's important we learn how to behave from a very early age." Mum wants to know what's happening on the farm. Usually she's out all day with him, but since we've been born, she has had to stay with us. Dad tells her, then he says he has to go, he has work to do. But he promises to return later to let us know what's happening. So eagerly we await his return. That evening he comes in and explains that he has been working with the sheep. "What are they?" we asked. Dad says they are easy to recognise. They are a bit bigger than him, round, woolly and white. He says that now is the time they have their babies, which are called lambs. They have been out in the fields all winter, but the breeders wanted to bring them down to the barn to have their babies. Then he whispers knowingly that it's a lot easier for the breeders to look after them when they are in the barn near the house. It's warm and dry, and it has a big light, which makes it easier when the babies are born at night. In Chapter 2, I will explore around the farm and meet the other animals who live here. And most importantly, I will share with you the moment when I met my future human mum and dad.